In life, there's a huge emphasis on finding the one, your true soulmate, that one kindred spirit who completes you and makes your life worth living. For me, that kindred spirit is small, orange, and likes lasagna, but everyone's different. Maybe you're looking for a modest Christian spouse, maybe you're looking for a millionaire, or perhaps what you seek is a partner of the gluten-free persuasion. Whatever tickles your fancy, there's a dating site for it, and I mean that quite literally. Introducing Bronymate, the bizarre My Little Pony themed dating site for bronies and pegasisters across the globe. Well, believe it or not, it turns out that Bronymate is just one site in a wider network of strange niche dating site scams. So today let's dive into the strange world of niche dating sites, more specifically Bronymate. Before we get into the video, I'd just like to give a huge thank you to WARMPEOPLE for sponsoring this video. WARMPEOPLE is an indie company that sells woven blankets, winter blankets, stickers, and socks with a range of super cool designs, and they actually just released a new drop with a bunch of rad new stuff. As you can probably see, I already have one of WARMPEOPLE's amazing woven blankets hanging up in the background, but they actually sent me a new one from their new drop. I'm so incredibly in love with this design. It's beautifully detailed and goes great with the WARMPEOPLE blanket I already have on my bed. I also have a pair of socks here in the style Grim, and let me tell ya, along with looking cool as hell and having a sick design, they're also super comfy, just like all WARMPEOPLE products. Also got a bunch of really cool stickers here with a range of designs. I can't really decide if I want to put them on my skateboard or my sketchbook. I would literally expect to pay like $100 for these, but no, each of these items, including the big plush Sherpa blankets, are $38 and under. That is criminally affordable. Whether you want to rug up for the winter or decorate your room slash feet slash skateboard slash sketchbook, head to warmpeople.co and check out their range of super cool, super aesthetic blankets and socks. The creators of WARMPEOPLE are some of the coolest people I have ever worked with. So chill, so down to earth, so nice. So not only will you be getting some really cool stuff, but you'll be supporting some great people too. Thanks so much to WARMPEOPLE for sponsoring this video, and now let's get on with the story of Bronymate. So dating sites are a thing. They didn't always used to be a thing. Instead, you had Lonely Hearts columns which were published in the newspaper where people would write about themselves and what they were looking for in hopes of finding the one. Lonely Hearts went digital in 1995 with Match.com, the world's first online dating site. These kinds of websites would really hit their stride in the 2000s, becoming incredibly popular with the release of many well-known sites. eHarmony, Christian Mingle, OkCupid, Grindr, and of course, who could forget dear old Ashley Madison. The point is, dating sites are popular now more than ever in this crazy newfangled digital age. Because of the sheer amount of sites out there, any company wanting to get in on this craze has to find their own niche. Christians, Mormons, clowns, you know, all the major religious groups. I'm sure that you can see where I'm going with this. After the release of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, a large fan base of adult fans began to form around the animated kids show, dubbing themselves bronies and pegasisters. The fan base became one of the largest in existence, with millions of fans, conventions across the globe, and plenty of bizarre scandals. The bizarre scandals thing, I feel like that's when you really know you've made it as a fan base. We've already talked about the Brony dating sim Kickstarter scam and Lost Pegasus Unicorn, the Brony convention that completely fell apart in real time. There's really no shortage of strange scandals within the Brony community, and that's where Bronymate comes in. Bronymate.com was founded in 2013 in Montreal, Canada, and that's really all we know about it. We'll get into some of Bronymate partner sites later, since that's a whole thing, but in terms of who actually founded or created the site, there's virtually no information at all. The only thing I could find was an interview with Brony.com where they interview the founder of the site, who they called Jonathan, and apparently his favorite pony is Rainbow Dash. Good to know. So the creators remain shrouded in mystery, but let's talk about the website itself. The homepage of the site actually looks pretty visually appealing in my opinion, apart from this kind of weird image. Nothing says love like a blank soulless stare into the void. Bronymate.com is a unique dating online community and social networking site for fans of the My Little Pony cartoon. Meet your perfect match, make new friends, and stay connected with members in your area and around the world. Photos, chat, and more. Well, that's reassuring. The login page itself is bizarre too. The site is pretty infamous for this I am seeking a woman, man, trans line down here for its sheer offensiveness and tone deafness. It's also worth noting that they have a drop-down box for state and province, but it's only Canadian and American locations, so you can say that you live in Antarctica, New Mexico, and the system doesn't care. So, Bronymate was founded in 2013 and it became quite a hot topic within the fandom. Most people found it through these weird banner ads which were apparently all over 4chan's MLP board and sites like Derpyboro. A trailer slash advertisement video for the site was also published to YouTube, and the video is strange to say the least.
Are you a My Little Pony fan and looking for love? Yeehaw! Well, come on down to Bronymate. It's a safe and fun dating site for bronies and Pega sisters. If you're looking for a relationship or curious about making new friends, then get ready to have some fun. Yeehaw! Let me tell you what. Oh, someone special is waiting to chat with you. Someone real special. So come on down. What are you waiting for? Find your Bronymate. Yeehaw! Make your Bronymate account right now. Let me tell you, you won't regret it. Just come on.
This video is so strange. The graphics are horrible, it's so low quality, the voice acting is really off, just everything about it is horrible. Regardless of all the red flags, many members of the fandom were causing a buzz about this site. Some were excited to join and find a partner who shared their interests, others thought it was a scam, and some thought it would be, quote, a hotbed for neckbeards. Still, bronies across the globe kept hope in their hearts as they signed up in search of love. So, this may not come as a shock to you, but Bronymate was a huge scam. Yeah, believe it or not, this super poorly designed, weird, low-budget dating site was a scam, and let me tell you how. Shortly after the site launched, the mysterious team behind Bronymate began putting the most basic of features on the website behind a paywall. For example, the site began censoring external links and even numbers, making it hard for users to share their social media or meet up outside of the platform, likely a scummy way of forcing users to only use Bronymate. After this, users actually began reporting that you had to pay to read messages on the site. You could send them to others for free, but you had to purchase a premium account to even read any replies that you got. Worst of all, most of the users on the website were found to be bot accounts. As we can see from the site, there's a list of all the latest members that have signed up, making it appear as if the site is super popular and bustling since this list changes every few hours. In reality, according to the users who joined up to the site, 90% of the accounts on the site are bots or fake profiles generated by the website to look like real people. One brony wrote about their experience with these bots in a blog post, quote, "Shortly after I started receiving messages from people on Bronymate. I sent those people messages about how I couldn't read their messages and where they could find me. Then I noticed something that each of these accounts had in common. First, they all had the same grammar and spelling skills, so the descriptions were all written in the same way. Second, they were all women looking for men, and they were all above 7s when it came to looks. It was pretty obvious to me then that Bronymate was making false accounts and sending messages to accounts that people couldn't read in an attempt to get people to pay for the ability to read and respond to these messages." It's also worth noting that reverse image search shows that many profile pictures have been stolen from the internet, leading credibility to the theory that they're all fake accounts. These bots were shown to be incredibly intelligent and convincing, with one computer security worker writing that they passed the Turing test, at least at first. The original poster also noted that when they tried to make a post on the Bronymate Facebook page with their complaints, their post was swiftly banned and they were blocked from the page, and this appears to have happened with a number of other users. And the shadiness doesn't stop there. In 2017, a brony YouTuber uploaded a video about their experience with the site, detailing how the site scammed them out of over $100.
I didn't have enough at the time to afford like a full membership to the site. What I did have, though, was I had enough, I believe it was like $1.64 for a trial period of 3 days, where you could have full access to the site for 3 days. Once my trial period was up, and I lost access to the site, that's understandable. But I'm thinking, well, you know what? It's only $1.64. Let me buy another, 3-day trial. After that was up, I bought another 3-day trial. So I'm like, okay, I can keep paying $1.64 to use this site, when I feel like. It's not a big deal. At the end of the month, I got my bank statement in. My bank statement was telling me I was like over negative $100. And I'm like, how did that happen? How come my bank statement is now like I'm in the negative like $120? Turns out that and they don't mention this anywhere on their site, when you buy a 3-day trial from Bronymate, what will happen is you'll get access to the site for 3 days for $1.64. That's fine. But after that trial period is over, you lose access to the site, but then they start charging you for a full membership. And there's no limit to the number of times you can do this. What I did is I ended up buying, with 3 trial periods, I ended up buying 3 full memberships to the site that didn't actually give me access to the site. Because I tried contacting Bronymate, and this is another thing. If you go to their contact us thing, it's entirely broken. You can't contact the owners of the site. So I had to end up going to the bank to cancel my bank account just to get them to stop charging me, because I couldn't stop it. I mean, I had no access to the site every time I tried to go on and log on.
It does seem that when the site first launched, the user base was mainly made up of real humans, although apparently the demographic skewed heavily towards male and there really wasn't that many girls on the site. Some believed that all these fake accounts were from 4chan users who flooded the site with troll accounts when it launched, while others believed that the site generated them in order to populate the website and make it look busy. Regardless, going online you can find countless posts from bronies who paid real money for premium memberships or were let down after realizing that the site had a huge paywall. I'm willing to bet that Bronymate made a pretty decent amount of money just from curious bronies trying to check their messages and paying $3 or $4 to do so. A lot of scam dating sites will prey on people's loneliness and desperation, and Bronymate is really no different. However, it wasn't just Bronymate that was the problem. Again, we don't know specifically who's behind the site, but it's heavily suspected that they also created the partner site Furrymate. Like Bronymate, Furrymate is a scam dating website that is infamous within the community for its terrible security, thinly veiled paywall, and thousands of bots and fake accounts. It's pretty clear why people have linked the two sites. They have basically the exact same layout and website design and are both trying to target niche internet demographics. I've also seen it speculated that the owners of these two sites also created Furfling, another scammy furry dating site, which after researching I believe is true. Going to Bronymate and comparing it to Furfling and looking at the pages for internet safety or terms of service, the two are just blatantly copy and paste of each other. So why is there so much scamming and deception going on within these niche dating communities? The general sentiment within the furry/brony fandom is that every dating site specifically catered to these demographics are scams or straight up criminal. In 2018, one of the only quote-unquote legit furry dating sites, pounce.org, shut down for pretty concerning reasons. Quote, on March 23rd, 2 days after Congress passed the Fight Online Sex Trafficking Act, it suddenly and voluntarily shut down. Yikes. But weird and possibly illegal sites aside, who was behind the strange network of dating sites like Bronymate and Furrymate? Well, many people had their own theories. Some believe that the site was run by 4chan users as a scam, while others believe that it was run by a small group of genuine fandom members. While it's pretty hard to pass the truth considering how secretive the owners are, there's one theory that's more likely than the others. It's theorized that the group behind the site is some sort of small media company looking to cash in on as many trendy internet fandoms as possible. It's well known that within these big online communities there are individuals who are lonely or maybe not super social or they just don't get out much. Not saying everyone obviously, but these kinds of people did exist within these fandoms and this shady company was looking to profit off them. They likely knew nothing about brony or furry culture and clearly didn't care given the cut and paste template on display on many of these sites. Unfortunately, within fandoms there are always corporations looking to get in on the hype and make as many pony bucks as possible, so given how big the brony fandom was, this was basically an inevitability. Weirdly enough, Bronymate social media is still really active. They post pretty much every day on Facebook, Twitter, etc. So it's kind of bizarre given how completely dead the website is. Looking back though, I think we can all appreciate just how bizarre these sites were and just how bizarre it was that people were getting regularly scammed out of money. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that video was a little bit shorter than usual, but I found out about this topic and I just had to talk about it, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much to WARMPEOPLE for sponsoring. Please check them out. They're really cool, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye! Thank you so much to my Garfield overlords on Patreon: Sheriff Whiskey, Lady Cerebellum, Xavier Raho, Grip Gunderson, Sophie Skidder, X17 Shan, Simon, Kendall Pachalik, Dozo Blint, Red Meth, The Furby Librarian, Sir Jalen III, Missy Pendragon, Moth Them, Astrian Vortex, Joe Bradshaw, Jordan Nielsen, John Leach, John Charles Davey, Helm Hamburger Hand, Tyson, Gyro Bredito, Vampiric Misfit, Pom, Dana Homegardener, Arcantilus, Jesse Chisholm, Curbicon, Charlie B, Brianna Robinson, Finley, and Agarafin. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. It means the world. If you want to join these guys over on Patreon, head to the link in the description. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for supporting me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!